You're there. Thanks, Leslie Taylor. Now on the Money Watch. When it comes to making money mistakes, it seems we make them at every age, but some can be more of an issue than others. Certified financial planner Bert joins us now with the top mistakes people make in their 20s through their 60s. So let's start with the 20s, my kind of people. What's going on with us?
Well,
give me some good advice. I always go to you.
Let's call it the lost decade, Kristen.
Aw, seriously? Come on.
Maybe not for listeners that are paying attention. Let me give you an example. You start out at age 20, okay, through 30, and let's say you set aside $100 a week in a IRA, $5,000 a year. Now I know that may be a stretch, but you got to force yourself. Set that aside for 10 years and add nothing more to it for 10 years. By age 65, you'd have over $1 million just doing that for 10 years, assuming an 8% rate of return, and that's achievable over a long-term rate of long period of time.
All right, next age group, that is 30s, combining your finances and delaying insurance?
Well, when you're young is when you want to buy insurance, particularly if you're starting a family. The best kind of insurance we say is to buy term insurance because you're buying pure insurance. And the other thing is combining your finances with another one, your spouse or somebody, partner that perhaps that you're living with before the relationship is on solid footing. You may be the bigger earner and you find out if the relationship doesn't work out, you've really created a lot of trouble. So be careful in your 30s.
All right, moving to the 40s, funding college accounts over retirement accounts and not saving enough.
Yeah, most people don't save enough for retirement, and unfortunately when you're in your 40s, you've got your kids, you're looking at college, and you're focused on getting them through college when really you need to be focusing on your own long-term well-being, because if you're focusing on putting all that money in your college education, you may end up living with your kids because you haven't saved enough for retirement. So you got to think about your retirement. 40s is the age to really start focusing on that.
All right, we're going to my parents' area of expertise here, the 50s. Co-signing on a loan and getting too defensive with savings.
Well, oftentimes people co-sign on a loan for children or grandchildren, on a car loan or on a house or something, and oftentimes these loans don't quite work out and you find yourself, you're on the hook. So you want to be very, very careful about that. And once again, focusing on your savings, you're only 15, 16 years away from retirement maybe, you really got to start focusing on that. If you haven't done it by now, you're in trouble.
You hear, Mom and Dad? No co-signing a car for my brother Spencer.
There you go.
All right. Now, 60s, underestimating the cost of future medical expenses and overlooking your income.
Yeah, when you're in your 60s, your medical costs are going to go up, particularly if you're not on an employer's plan. A lot of people want to retire early. You know, it's the dream. I'm going to get out of the workforce, so they retire before they're eligible for Medicare, and they forget, what am I going to do for health insurance between 60 and 65 when I'm eligible for Medicare? And the cost of long-term care, I'm not talking about hospitals, but I'm talking about that eventual day when you may have to have somebody take care of you or go into assisted living or long-term care facility. Very, very expensive, so you have to think about it.
All right, all great advice. Tell me, Joe, where can we find you?
You can just Google me. It's Joe Bert, B-E-R-T. I'll come right up.
All right, there you go.
Kristen.
Google him. You told